So, on Sunday or Saturday evening, I came across this tweet. And first, I'll be honest, first I just scrolled past it, but it came up again. Meaning, it obviously went viral. Because I went past it again. Because it came up again. Now, this says right here, so I'm forcefully marrying my cousin. This person is not a first language English speaker. English is their second language. They are being forced to marry their cousin. That is what's happening. Now, trigger warning, SA, abuse and incest. I have said here, please show her some support. I used to live in a similar situation and this hurts so much to read. I might go into that a little bit, but let's look at her post. Please help me by sharing or retweeting this thread. Thank you for taking your time to read my story. Here's my Ko-fi if you want to help donate. Refer to my document below for further context proof. So, this is an artist who made I guess a tiny comic event post about what is happening to her. It reached 1.2 million views now. When I first came across it, it has like 150k views, so it was on its way to go viral. So yeah, let's look at it. Let me zoom it in a little bit for you guys. No, that's a little bit too much. Sorry, trying to get the right balance for you all so you can see everything. Actually, I can just click on the images. Last year, I flew back to visit my family. I got greeted by my dad and stepmom. Everything seemed to go normal at first. Then one day, my dad wanted to talk. I was informed that my cousin proposed to me. I told my dad that I really don't want this, and when he started baiting me to feel bad for him, I told him I want to continue my education first. He couldn't take no for an answer. I got beaten up, my phone got taken away, and I felt helpless. When my dad took my phone, he found messages with the opposite gender. Murder entered the scene. Since I came from a very conservative family, honor killing is no stranger. And entered the scene, he threatened to kill me and saw him sharpening the knife. I got scared. I escaped because I felt threatened. I went near a random building and stayed there for 2 hours. The owner of the building asked me what I was doing there, so I told him that my dad wants to kill me. The owner called the police for me and I told him the whole story. The police asked for my dad's contact and called him. He then called my dad and somehow my dad convinced him I was crazy. My dad then showed up and I was brought back home. I went through a panic attack and my dad was worried I'll go crazy. We went back home. My dad started comforting me and manipulate me into believing he's doing this for me and for him so that a man can take care of him when he gets older. I cried a lot with no way to contact the outside world as my phone was taken. The only thing I can do was drawing on paper, and I was eventually forced to agree so I can get my stuff back and be allowed to continue my studies. Now I'm engaged to my cousin and he's supposed to sexually approach me in December. For now, I was allowed to fly back to complete my studies, but I am financially dependent on my dad. There's nothing I hate more than asking for help, so I tried to open art commissions while keeping it affordable. Was this the end? Sorry. No, it wasn't here. I realized that I can never make enough money to escape with my current prices and art commissions in general, so I decided to make this document. Thank you for reading. Apologies for my bad English. Support me on Ko-fi. So this hits so deep. As you guys saw, I made a quote retweet about this. There also is this Google Doc. TLDR, father is forcing me to marry my cousin or he would not continue my education or support me financially. Trigger warning, SA, abuse and incest. For context, I come from a very conservative Muslim family. Currently, I am studying... Let me zoom this one in for you guys. Here. Actually, here, this one. This one should be easier to read. There. For context, I come from a very conservative Muslim family. Currently, I am studying abroad to start. I come back to my home country every December, where my family resides. Last December was no different. I flew back there to stay with my family for about a month. Then out of nowhere, my dad said to me that my cousin, who proposed to me when I was 15 or 16, had proposed to me again. And he thinks this is for the right time for marriage. He then said to me that if I decline this proposal, he will not be continuing my education. So financially blackmailing. Aren't they against homosexuality? Yes, the person here, this is a woman. This is a woman. And we're talking about a male cousin. And then one day my dad found out about me messaging with the opposite gender in my contacts. So she was messaging with guys, which he got mad about. My contacts. And he got so angry and threatened to kill me. He even sharpened his knife, ready to finish me off. When I overheard that my dad was sharpening the knife, I got scared for my life. I tried escaping and told my story to the local police, but they just returned me to my dad after he convinced them I was crazy. It's a conservative country, so they don't take women's rights seriously. Where I get beaten up again. I was then essentially imprisoned in his house. My phone was taken away, so I couldn't contact anyone at all. All I could do was just put my frustrations and desperation into my drawings. Here's some artworks I made during that time. Like, you can literally see the pain through them, man. Like... Man. Photos taken of the abuse. As last-ditch effort, I finally agreed to proposal. Only then he gave me my phone back, and this is the reason why I'm back and abroad in the first place. My plan was to pretend to accept the marriage, so when I'm back, I have an opportunity to escape. However, even when being in a different country, my dad is still terrorizing me and threatening me, making sure that I'm not doing anything or planning to escape. So I have been trying my best to keep everything low-key, so my dad wouldn't be suspicious. Because if he does, he'll stop supporting me financially. Thankfully, the wedding is planned for the next December, so at the end of the year. And I also have not met my cousin. I was only given his number, and my dad said to talk to him. All this time, every time I get a message or call from my cousin, my heart just spikes. I'm scared. I just don't ever want to talk to him, ever to his messages. Recently, my stepmom messaged me regarding the wedding and my cousin. She asked if I'm still talking to my cousin, and then she told me to prepare and take care of my skin and body for my cousin. My cousin will approach me sexually if we were to get married in December. That's always been his motivation. He started to hint the marriage to marry me when I was about 13 years old, and proposed to me when I was around 15 to 16 years old. Additionally, he originally wanted the wedding to happen in May, but thankfully, since I have an ongoing semester in that period, it was postponed to December. He's in a hurry. I'm scared. I keep on having nightmares every day. I've been trying my best at all options I have to escape. My best chance right now is with commissions, and thanks to you guys for your continuous support, but at the same time, I would still have to pay for my college tuition, and then I'd have to take care of documents regarding my citizenship and visa. And truthfully, I don't think the amount of money that I'm making right now would be enough at all. I'm starting to run out of options, and as December's slowly approaching, I'm also starting to run out of time. I'm very ashamed to have to make this post, but at this point I'm very desperate, and I'm also very ashamed to ask for this, but could really use some help right now. If you would like to assist me on escaping, you could commission me or can donate to my Ko-Fi. Any amount or any form of support will be greatly appreciated. Once again, I'm very sorry to have made this post, but I can't think of any other option I could escape this. I apologize for any grammatical errors, as English is my first language. Thank you for taking your time to read this document. Thank you for reading. So, this is horrible. This is so horrible. Wait, let me give you guys the link. So if you can support, go support her. I am very inclined to believe her. Like, obviously there's some people like thinking, nah, she's just faking this or whatever. I don't believe so. I think this is true. This is actually happening because this happens more often than you guys would think. I don't want to read that again. I feel out of disgust. Yeah, no, understandable. If you can support her, go support her. Like, oh, here over her coffee, 37% of the goal is met. That's amazing, man. Like, if you can help her. Reason why I wanted to talk about this and why this hits so close to home myself. The male cousin could also be forced into this. No. No. I don't think so. Because the male cousin approached the dad for the marriage proposal, and because the male cousin proposed multiple times. She had written that he showed first interest when she was 13, and then he proposed while she was 15/16, and now again while she is, I believe that she is over 18. Approached the dad instead of her. That is very normal in that culture. Now, first things first, I don't want to demonize the Islam because of this. This isn't all Muslim families. This is very conservative Muslim families who are not practicing the religion in a right way. That's what I want to say first. Who are using the religion as an excuse to do all of this. This happens outside of the Islam too. That is true. That is true. But it does happen within it too. All religions do this. I have no idea about that. But I do want to say that it's not like the fault of Islam in that case. I don't want to demonize the Islam in this case. But I do want to demonize the culture in here. I don't believe you understand what the religion actually is. I don't think you know that I actually grew up with a Muslim family. My father is Palestinian. Like my stepfather anyway. And my stepfather has been living with my mom since I've been like 3 or 4. So all I know as a quote-unquote father figure is my Palestinian stepfather. My mom converted to Islam. So I don't think you understand how close I actually am to the religion. That's why I said I've been in a similar situation. And again, it's not the Islam itself doing this. There's no forced marrying. There's no forced marriage in Islam itself. It's the culture. It's the culture around it. It also has to do with different sects of the religion itself. Also true. That's also true. Yo, Maxime, thank you for the 11 months. This is without a shred of doubt Muslim Pakistani thing. Yeah, I'm thinking like Iran, Pakistan, something in this direction. Blame the people, not the faith. That's what I mean. People corrupt good things. It happens with Christianity time and time again. The people are to blame. That's what I'm saying, yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. What would be the use of the money she get in this case? It would be to be able to get herself a visa in the country she's staying and to be financially support herself. And to get away from her father, because at the moment her father is financially supporting her for her studies. Because she is living in a different country for her studies. Either way, why this sits so close to me, right? Why I can relate in a sense to this is because, as said, my stepfather is Palestinian. My mom converted to the Islam, so I grew up with this religion. When my mom found out that I was texting with the opposite gender as well on my phone was taken away. I don't even... Oh, bro. Like, let's go through this. I had, a nephew of my stepfather's proposed to me, which I had turned down, and thankfully that was that, because I didn't show any interest really in the guy when he was over and trying to talk to me. I guess he took his proposal back, which obviously made my stepfather angry, but, you know. Phone got taken away. I had that too. That my phone was taken away from me for a week, for 2 weeks, where I couldn't contact the outside world either. While my only escape was the outside world. Because I just didn't fit in with that family. I just didn't. How could they propose to a person that's basically part of your family tree? It's very common in that culture to propose to your cousins. I don't know why that is the case, to be honest, but it's very normal. To them, it's like nothing. It's very, very normal. Either way, this right here, this hit very, very close to me, to a sense that it, like, did trigger my PTSD in that regards. Because he didn't do that to me, right? With a knife, anyway. But he did threaten to, literally kill my sister's husband. Or fiance at the time, anyway. Honor killings, yeah. Honor killings are ridiculous. By the way, I mentioned this. I ran away from home, and the only reason my stepfather didn't pursue me to honor kill me is because he's my stepfather and I'm not his blood. That's literally his words. If I kill him, he had some... I don't know. I don't want to get too much into that reason. So, yeah. Like, kill? Yeah, like, kill. Like, literally, like, kill. Like, it's crazy. Do you think your father got those ideas from Islam or somewhere else? My stepfather is a mentally ill man who was probably abused as a child himself. He grew up in a war zone. So, I don't know. I don't know. I think he's not practicing the religion properly. He did beat me and my siblings and my mom up. Unfortunately, that did happen. So, yeah, like, I literally ran away from home because I couldn't take living in my family anymore, because I did feel trapped just as much. I, thankfully, never had to get forced married. And I don't think any of my siblings ever really got forced married, from my knowledge. Makes sense, a lot of those who grew up in the Balkans share similar traits. Either way, this mildly triggered my PTSD, and it made me so sad. Because I can relate so much to this, and I don't know, I just want to show her some support, man. One reason from a work colleague who came from the Middle East, marrying a cousin was done out of practicality, familiarity, and smaller population than cousin marry cousin is easier for a mate. I see. I do like how she drew the cop as a worm, spot on. I mean, yeah, he did kind of warm her out, right? I do believe that she's probably like from Pakistan, from Iran, or from like a similar country. Would make sense. I read somewhere on her profile, wait, why am I scrolling up? Can I just click here? That she made a post asking like what's the best way to learn Spanish. So I'm assuming she's like in a Spanish country right now. Are you living with your fiance? I'm living with my fiance now, yes. People tiptoe around the shit so that at their own peril. So much heinous shit in the world gets unresolved because people want to be civil and polite. Yeah. To my understanding, she's studying in Spain. Yeah, that's to my understanding too. Like, because she would need to learn Spanish. Yeah, I don't know. If you can show us some support, show us some support. I'll link you guys her profile again. I don't know. To me, it's just like... it hits very close to home. So I just wanted to share it, so... I don't know. If you guys can, show us some support. Like, obviously, like, this will not, like, be helpful in the long term, and I do hope that she can figure all this stuff out. Maybe find, like, other jobs for the meantime there, too. So, yeah. Yeah. I really wish I could help. Yeah. Spanish is hard, but fun to learn. More fun than hard, to be honest. Hey! She doesn't deserve, even as a Catholic, I wish her the best. Yeah, no one deserves this shit, man. Like, feeling trapped just because of your father's will is horrible. Like, this is, I don't know, it's just so painful to read. It's really painful. Are you German or Arabic? I am German. In fact, I am half German, half Albanic. Like, my actual biological father is from Albania. I was born in Germany, I grew up in Germany. My mother is full German, but my biological father was an asshole and got kicked out. And then my mom met my stepfather, but he's an asshole too, but I don't know, she wasn't strong enough to kick that guy out, I guess. That man really does not help the image of fathers. Yeah. Like, every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child. Like, yeah, doesn't sound like it was much of an upgrade. Yeah, unfortunately not. I've read stories like fathers like hers will pay a lot of money to hunt her down. Yeah, I heard so too. I did hear about that too. That they will literally do honor kills. It's crazy how... Like, I really hope she can just, like, escape from that. I really do hope so. One is my childhood friends was a Muslim. One of my childhood friends is a Muslim, and when her parents found out we would meet up after school, she was locked in her room for a week and was told not to see me again. She ended up ignoring them, and as a result, her father threatened to honor kill her, so we had to stop being friends. Bro. That's insane. That is so insane that the shit is still going on in 2025. Like, that it happened back then, and that it's still going on. I don't know, it just makes me sad. Isn't honor kills just human sacrifice? No. It's killing them in, so to speak, an honor for the religion to keep their family's honor intact. It's all about family. And all about family image. It's not about... No, sorry. It's not about family. It's all about family image. It's to look good to others. To be good looking. To be a good Muslims. It's to save face. It's disgusting. From Google, in certain cultures, the killing of a relative, especially a girl or woman who is perceived to have brought dishonor on the family. Yeah. Radicalism plus honor is always a dangerous combo. It is. It is. No, killing is like declaring that they own every woman in the family and will kill them if they are defect. Like, yeah, legit. Religion might not be the primary reason for the situations like this, but it does make people oblivious. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Like, again, I don't know. Like, my siblings are still Muslim, and they do practice the religion peacefully, and they do them, I do me, right? I wouldn't consider myself a Muslim. I did grow up with it, but I never really... I don't know. It's not for me. Religion isn't for me. Are you detached from your family? We're not that close, but I do talk with my siblings, most of them anyway, and I do talk with my mom. I don't talk to my stepdad. You're Muslim? No. I wouldn't consider myself a Muslim. I don't know technicalities and shit, how that would work, but I don't consider myself a Muslim. I just don't agree with religion overall. My siblings are, but yeah. There was a small area in my country, which is in Europe, that even nowadays has sometimes honor killings, and it's not because of religion, it's because of the culture there. Yeah, absolutely, it's the culture thing. Like, there's nothing I can recall of from the religion itself that there's like proper honor killings in your family. It's crazy. You could be persecuted for that line, lol. And yeah, I know. But my stepfather thankfully doesn't care about me because he's my stepfather. No well. My friend is closer to the ex-Muslim. He constantly lives in fear of being ostracized by his family. Radical people are nuts. They are. They really are. It's scary. It's really, really scary. So yeah, just... if you can, show us some support. I'll link it again once more. Yeah, either way. I don't know. It won't do much to, like, bad mouth and talk shit about religion in this case. What you gotta do to support her is, even if you can, like, support her financially or anything, I don't know, leave a comment, leave a like, just wish for her the best. Wish her the best. And don't, like, shit talk anything in this regards, because that's not what she needs. What she needs is kind words and not people that will, fight a fight for her. Honor killings are often rooted in culture and tribal practices that predates Islam, not Islamic teachings themselves. These practices are condemned by mainstream Islamic scholars and authorities. That's good that they're condemned. Sharing her story on socials is a good way to spread word and support without paying. Yeah, exactly. Like, if anything, like, retweet it, give it a like, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. Yeah, that's why I'm talking about it too. I live in Israel and I can tell you, even amongst Jews, there's been a few honor killings throughout my lifetime, mostly from Spanish Jews, North Africa and Arab Jews. Oh, damn, alright. I didn't know. Damn.